Hi everyone, welcome to Molly's Firehouse Gardens. And I'm currently sitting outside Sparkle's Clubhouse. Now Sparkle's Clubhouse is a place where the fire safety dogs and I used to share fire safety with children from all over the world. Inside we would live stream our fire safety show every Friday morning back in the day. And we did several fire safety shows in that building, as well as Skyping with children from all over the world. The dogs and I Skyped with children from 34 countries, I'd say probably over 515 Skypes, fire safety programs. And we also did that, as I said, with 34 countries and 50 states, the United States. And the story about that is that Molly and I were going to Skype with our 50th state a week after she passed away, a week after she crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And so she wasn't able to do the 50th state, but Bowden stepped in and helped, and we trudged through it. It was a little difficult because Molly had just passed away, but we were able to do it and reach our goal of being able to Skype our fire safety program with children from 50 states. So it was quite a special day. But even though Molly wasn't there with me, she was with me there in spirit. So a lot of fun times in there. Molly's name was chosen in that building by two girls that had stopped by with their mother, and they picked out the name Molly. They wanted to call her Molly Joe, but I said, let's just go with Molly. I like Molly. I've been actually kind of leaning towards that. So that's where Molly was named. And we had many wonderful fire safety programs. We had a Finnegas Sage, who was a bloodhound who helped catch the bad guys here in our county. He came in, and what a great dog. Big. I have a picture that I've shared before on another post of Molly and Finnegas together, and his paws were huge, about the size of her face at the time. She was just a puppy. So lots of wonderful memories and special guests. There is our woodpecker garden, and I have a woodpecker flag coming, and I'm so excited because I want to make this kind of a special area there. Bowden. And you can tell there's a lot of construction going on. It sounds like I think our neighbor's making a new little outbuilding, and I hear some other things going on. Today we had a little bit of excitement in the bird garden. A juvenile Cooper's hawk decided to do a flyby through the garden. I came outside and I saw, first it made a noise, and then it just kind of flew through there. And I knew it was a hawk by the wingspan, but I didn't know what kind it was. So my friend Gary, there's some cardinals up there. My friend Gary helped me identify it, and he mentioned that the reason that the juveniles visit the feeders is they're recently more away from their parents to learn their hunting skills and everything. So when you go to a bird garden like this, it's easier for them to get their food and that sort of thing. And I realize it's hard for some people to understand that. I know it can be hard when you lose a bird in your garden, you see feathers, that sort of thing, but it's just something that if you have a bird feeder, it's just something that you have to learn to expect, and just kind of have to go with it, because birds don't know. When you have a bird garden or bird feeding area, honestly, the way I feel about ours is that every bird is welcome. And many times people will say, well, how do I discourage this bird or that bird? And honestly, you can't, because they're all hungry. At least that's my feeling. You may have a different feeling about it, but anyway, the hawk flew through, and I do have a video. It didn't grab anything or take anything, but I will share the video later. I just look at all the cardinals coming in. I want to make sure that I can provide some education in that video, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time on that. Whoa, look at that. There's Downy Woodpecker. See it? Oh my gosh. Look, he's getting ready to go to woodpecker feeder. They are brave little birds. Look. Oh, I'm so glad you get to see this. What a special treat. Now the birds are always looking for prey. Not only do they have to deal with hawks, there are many other things in the gardens that they have to keep an eye out for. So you can see he's looking. He'll peek from behind that and look to see if he can get a better view of what's in front of him. He's enjoying some tree icing, which will have in the description down below. It is what I use in my little log feeder there. Can you hear I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. Let's listen to the cardinals. One other thing I want to show you that I really need to get back in. I have asthma and this pollen isn't too fun. Look, this is just from being out in the garden today. Pollen on my boots. Now you can start to hear the frogs. Let's listen a minute. Well, you can't hear them now, but there are sure lots of birds around, and they're ready for me to go in. So Bowden and I to go in so they can get some more food before they settle in for the night. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had a good time spending time with us in this video. If you like our channel and you like these videos, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you will be sure not to miss any of nature's beauty here at Molly's Firehouse.